Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Didi here with Creative Couture. If you are new, welcome. I am a gift basket designer and I cater to beginner gift basket designers who may need some extra resources, some clarity, might just need some inspiration. They want to be true to the game, but yet they new to the game, so they still a little green. And that was me not too long ago. So when I started, I didn't have many resources to go to. It was some seasoned gift basket designers on here, true, but I needed beginner help, and I had a lot of frustrations because I was not finding that. So that's why my videos are geared towards those who are new to the game. Nevertheless, if you like content like that, feel free to subscribe and become a part of the crew. Why? Because we have room for you. Yeah, you're welcome. Come on over. And if you are already a part of the crew, thank you for clicking on this video, sticking and staying with your girl, rocking and rolling with me, and checking me out to see what I'm up to today. All right, y'all, let's jump on into this video. Today, we're going to be working with, of all things, not a gift box, not a gift basket, but a gift bag. And your girl ain't crazy about gift bags, but we're going to jump on in, tackle it. I'm going to bring y'all along. This is a tutorial. And if anybody have any questions or issues, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to respond. All right, y'all, with all that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so this is the bag we're going to be using today, y'all. And it's a little flimsy. Even though it's like the reusable tote bags with the little plastic outside, it's still flimsy, but I got a solution for that. Okay, so our main item is going to be this men's care kit. Very inexpensive, like $5 from Ollie's. Then we're going to add in this cologne. This was, I want to say, $4 from Roses. And then next we're going to grab this cute mug, y'all. This was a Dollar General find, and I just had to get it. I just thought it was the sweetest thing. And then, we're going to throw in this nose trimmer, ear and nose trimmer for Dad, as well as we got some snacks right there. So actually, what I did was, y'all, I switched the bag out because I had already started with this one. So I'm going to show y'all what I did was I put a cardboard in the bottom. So my bottom is very sturdy now because I told you them bags was flimsy. So it's a cardboard in the bottom. Just cut it to size, y'all. See? Perfect. That's it. That's all. And then to fix the sides and stuff being so flimsy and, wobbly, I'm actually going to use a box. So usually when you use gift bags, people tend to just take a box, that's the size of the bag, or cut it to size and just put it in there and then set their items on top. But when I do my gift bags, I don't like to do it like that because it's hard for me to manipulate the items to be where I want them to be once you put this box in. So what I do is I get a regular box and I actually cut it up one side and down the other. So see, it's missing its side and then it's missing its bottom half or whatever. So I like it like that because that way when you put a box in a bag, it will give you the sturdiness you need basically on all, three sides of the bag. So that's how I do my gift bags. So I put the box in and then with the handles, y'all, I like my handles to be in. You can leave your handles in or out. It's up to you, but I generally like my handles in. I don't know why. It just irritates me to see them handles sticking out once you wrap it up. But anyway, so now it's a lot sturdier since I put that box in there. So see, we got some formation. We can actually do some things now. So then next up, y'all, of course, we're going to stuff it. Stuff it. Y'all know I like to get my my stuffing nice and tight. The tighter the stuffing, the more sturdy your gift is going to be in the end, which is what you want. Trust me when I tell you. You don't want that stuff moving and shaking inside that wrap. That is so irritating to see your stuff leaning side to side. And that's me checking it. I'm pushing on it. Okay, it's not as firm as I would like. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep stuffing the bag. And see, with the top being open, since I cut the box open, this way, when I put my items in, I can manipulate the height. Because I was explaining in another video, y'all, when you put your items in, you need to stagger them. You don't want everything sitting up there at the same height. So since this is my star, my main attraction, that's going to sit up the highest. It's going to give my overall gift some height. And, it's going to showcase what we got going on in this bag. And like I said, that gift set only costs $5, but it looks like it costs way more than that. And that's what you want. You find a good find that looks good and expensive and high end, but the price tag is low. That's the name of the game. Okay, so next we're going to put this mug in because that is the next biggest item. And see, being that I have newspaper in there, I can push it down as much or sit it up as high as I would like. And that's typically what I do. So again, I didn't like the way that was sitting, so I'm going to add more paper. And right there, y'all, that's me taping the bag to the box, because if you don't, then it's going to show. And I don't like that showing, because you don't want it to look like a box in a bag. You want it to look like a gift, basically, that's been wrapped. So, even though we know it's a bag gift. So, I'm just taping it down, taping it to my box, my bag. And then I'm going to add some more stuffing in. And I'm going to play around with my items again to see if I like the placement. And that's the name of the game, y'all. You just keep playing with it. You stuff it to your liking. You test your items. And when it feels like it can support your items, then you did enough stuffing. So I'm just stuffing it in, packing it down. And I'm going to put the men's care kit in again. And see how that's sitting. See, that's sitting a lot better. I like that. And my bag is actually sturdy. It's not top heavy. It's not wobbly. It's not, leaning over. It's actually being supported. So now we're going to try this mug again. See how that's going to sit. And that mug was just so cute. I wanted to really showcase the mug as well, especially the handle. So, because that's what's going to justify the price. Even though that was a Dollar Tree mug, that mug was $5, but I got it at 50%, so I paid $2.50. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add my cologne, and right there I'm taping my box shut. That's just something that I like to do. I just feel like it gives it a more professional look. You don't have to worry about that little gap showing or the little flap popping out. You just don't want that. When your gifts are on the table, on display for sale, people really be, especially women. Oh, that's a tidbit, y'all. That's a nugget. Women will scrutinize men's gifts. They will look over it with a fine-tooth comb, y'all. They might pull out a magnifying glass on you to question what is in it. And $35, they be so cheap with the men's gifts. So be ready for that, y'all. And then that was just me showing y'all that I needed to take the price tags off, which I knew they were on there. I just was still playing around with the placement. That's why I had not done it. But y'all, don't forget to take y'all price tags off. We always want to do that. Sometimes we gonna miss a few. Hey, it is what it is. But try to remember. And so now that I'm kind of good with it, I'm going in. I'm going to cover that newspaper with some tissue paper. Because, again, we always want our gifts to be professional, our presentation to be tight and right. And even though it's not going to show, it does not matter. We're going to take the time. We're going to do it right. So I'm putting this tissue paper in. I'm going to cover all that newspaper up. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to put my items back in. Adjust the placements. And then I'm going to start to tape them down. So, yep, that looks good. That looks right. That's how I like it. All right, that's it. That's all. Let's keep it moving. All right, there's the gift set. Sitting nice and firm and sturdy. Bag not leaning, not falling over. This cup came with this little gift tag, and I ended up taking it off of there because I'm going to use it when I put the bow on. So, no sense in leaving a gift tag on the cup when you can put it on the entire gift. That's just like a polishing little nugget to, bring it on home. All right, then I put the cologne in. I got the mug in. And I like it. Now, this mug, I'm going to, I got to put the snacks back in there. And I'm actually gonna tape it inside the mug, so it'll stay where I want it to stay. But I did go back and stuff that mug as well with newspaper and tissue paper, of course, so it wasn't just an empty mug. Because again, presentation is everything, y'all. And that was me just checking the date. Y'all always check y'all date on y'all snacks. Make sure they are good, which is another reason why a lot of people don't like to use snacks. But if you got a year on that, you good. Don't put no snacks in and you just got this one holiday to sell or it's going to expire. Don't even use those. You may as well give them to somebody to eat, because you might get stuck with it and then you got to open your bag and take it out. So, see, at least if for Father's Day it didn't sell, but your snacks were good for a year, you would roll this gift right on over to Christmas. And you ain't got to do nothing to it. So always check your dates, y'all. Always check your dates. All right, so now I'm just taping my items down. And that is the best tape, y'all. I'm going to have to show y'all that tape. I talked about it in another video. It ain't nothing but some, I get it from Dollar General, but they sell it at Dollar Tree. And it's Scotch tape, but it works so good. But make sure, if you was to get this tape, that you get the transparent tape. Do not get that, I was about to say the cloudy. It's not called cloudy. What is it called? I can't think of what it's called, y'all. But anyway, make sure it's a transparent tape. Transparent tape. And in Dollar General, it's $1. In Dollar Tree, it's $1.25. So, of course, I go to Dollar General. All right. So, again, I'm just taping down, making sure everything is secure. Everything is stuck to something. And I go all around my bag, y'all. I go all around my gifts. I mean, hey, it's tape, and you want it to do what it's supposed to do. And then, okay, so when you tape it in the front, try to do corners or the sides of the bag, or just a very little bit of tape on the actual item, because you don't want the customer to see the tape. The goal is for them not to see it. So you try to tape in inconspicuous places. Now, sometimes, hey, it may be a piece across the front and they see it. Oh, well. But general practice, try to hide your tape. All right. So I got everything taped down. I'm happy with it. It looks good. It's nice and full, nice and high. And I got this ear and nose trimmer. I did end up putting that in, but I wanted to see what this tissue paper was going to do first, because as y'all probably noticed, I did not use any shred. That was just a personal choice. Sometimes for the men baskets, you want it to be a little different than all the women baskets. So that's why you might modify your bow or do a more simple bow. Of course, pick masculine colors for the items and stuff that you use, and the filler items and stuff like that. But I didn't want to do shred. So I want my masculine gifts to look as masculine as possible. So I'm just going to stuff the gaps with some more gift tissue. And as y'all see, I chose gray or silver just to break up that blue. And all you do is bring it to a point in the middle, fold it in half, bring it to a point, twist it, and then just stuff it down in the hole. So fold it in half. Oh, that piece was a little too big, so I need to go back and cut it. Okay. See how I grabbed the bottom right there and made a point, twisted it around, and stuffed it right down in there. It's kind of like you making a shape from those birdies with the little the tennis game. That's exactly the shape you're going for. And then just go around and do that anywhere you see a hole, anywhere you see a plug that you need to fill. And you can mix it up. You can do whatever colors you like for your tissue paper. Just keep it in the masculine colors, because again, these are gifts for men. And we want to make the men's gifts as inexpensive as possible as far as our cost, because women do not spend a lot of money for the men. They really don't. They like to be in the, well, I'm in the 757 area and 804, which is Richmond and the 7 cities down here by the beach. So I'm straight up and down that whole strip. And the women, they don't like to spend a lot. I think the most they're gonna spend is like $60, and that's on a huge gift. But on average, women like to stay around the $20 to $35 mark. It's going to be hard to get them to pay over $35 for a gift. And it's sad, but it's true. So when y'all go out to sell for Father's Day, that's why my advice would be, don't make a lot of gifts, and certainly don't price them high. Do not price them high, because you're going to be stuck with them, which will put you ahead for Christmas. Okay, y'all, so this is how we looking. I like it. Everything is sitting up high. Everything can be seen. The bag is nice and full. Definitely shows value, which is what we want. And that's the other side. And I'm just getting the bag out to wrap it. I decided to use a cello bag. Now, I do have cello on the roll, but this was actually a bag, which makes it a lot easier when you wrapping, your gifts. Okay, so it's in the bag, y'all. And when you put it in there, work with it. Get your gift in the middle of the bag. You want it kind of even on both sides, the wrap, the paper. So once you get it centered in the bag, I like to, straighten it out as much as possible. And then when I start to close it up, I start at the very top, which will be my highest point. Yep, don't forget your zip ties. And I start at the highest point, and then I pinch it together, the top and the front and the back piece of wrap, and I just crawl, like walk it down, slow walk it down to the top of the first item. And so it's bunched up right there in the middle, and while I'm holding it, I'm trying to straighten it out, on each side with, one hand. And it takes a little practice, y'all. It does. It does, to get it, to look right. But that's okay. So once you get it, smooth at the top on both sides, then I go ahead and gather it and add the zip tie at that point, which is what I'm doing now. And when you put your zip tie on, you pull it, tight, but you don't pull it to its capacity. You just pull it enough to hold it, because as you are, tightening the rest of the bag, you need to be able to manipulate the plastic. So you need to have some kind of give up there at the top of the gift. Okay, so go ahead and get your tape, and you want to put a piece on the bottom corner, and then pull your tape with the bag attached around towards the back of the gift. That will give you a smooth finish in the front. And then you just do the same on the other side. And take your time with it, smoothing it as you go. And there we have it. So the bag is closed. And so now you just want to go around the sides and the back and pull any loose plastic where you may see some play in the bag. I mean, like I said, you could cut it, but you make it more work for yourself. It's easier to just fold it inward and tape it down, which is what I generally do. I only usually cut if it's super, super big, and then you don't want it to be bulky in the back, but it's easier to just tape it down. So do that on both sides of the gift, and just take your time with it. And the bag is, you'll notice sometimes the bag will have air in it. All you have to do, y'all, is take your scissors and poke a small hole, and the air will escape. And then once you get it nice and flat, you just make sure you put a piece of tape right over there where that hole was. So That's it. That's all. And then after we happy with our tape down and our presentation, only thing left is to make and add the bow. Okay, y'all, so we almost done with this gift. We in the home stretch. All right, y'all, and this is how we looking. Okay, y'all, so let's go ahead and do this bow. So this ribbon is the perfect ribbon because it's only printed on one side. So this is what is meant when you hear somebody say one-sided ribbon. So the ribbon, when you make your loops to make your bow, the outside, which is the white side, is what's gonna show. So when you make your second loop, if you don't twist it to flip the white side back on its front, then it's not going to show. It's going to be the underside, which with this ribbon would be the black side. So that's the perfect way for you to see, what you're doing wrong when you make a bow if you use one-sided printed ribbon. So I'm going to just go ahead and go with this. And I'm not gonna flip it. I'm just gonna do half of it black and white and the other half black, and we just gonna see how it turn out. I mean, either way, it's a bow, y'all. You want contrast and interest on your gifts. All that kind of stuff brings attention to your table. So, it's a homemade bow. It don't have to be perfect, and that is part of your signature style, however you choose to do your bow. Just like the ends, y'all. They don't have to be ducktail. They can be cut at a slant. They can be cut with like the zigzag scissors. Like, you can just do your own thing. This is a part of being a creative. So you do what you want. And test the waters. See what sells, see what don't, see what your customers like, see what they don't like. So, but you keep practicing on those bows until you get it down. That is a must. So I did, I think 3 loops on one side and maybe 3 on the other. I'm not even. Okay, so that looked like 4. So maybe I did, 4 on one side, 3 on the other side. But nevertheless, I like it. It's something different, and that's how we gonna rock with it. And I mean, it is for a man's gift, so it is suitable for the occasion. So once you get all your loops in place, how you want them, you just cut off that excess ribbon, get you a get you a zip tie, and seal your ribbon, close it up, and then you can add your zip tie around that, because that is what's going to hold it to the gift. Yep. And I think, okay, did I cut it? Okay, I'm cutting it now. And I did add it to the gift on camera. So y'all will get to see a finished look in just a minute here. And I always cut my long tail once I get it on the gift. That's just a me thing because I don't like my tails to be the same length. So I judge it based on the gift once it's on the gift. But you certainly can cut your tails whenever or however you like. All right, so just do a little light fluff, which really is not even necessary, as long as you fluff it once it's on the gift. Or, while your gifts are on your table, be walking around fluffing your bows, because they do get smashed from being in the car and in transit and then setting up on the table. They get smashed. They take a little beating. So always show your bow some love once you get your table set up. All right, I think I'm getting ready to, no, I didn't cut this. Wait, I think I did cut that one. But the other one I waited till I put it on the gift. Because that's what I do. Alright, so I got that one ducktail, if y'all can see. Nice little V shape. And if y'all having any issues with that, like let's say you try to ducktail and the ends look raggedy, it's the scissors. I can tell you that now. It's definitely the scissors. The sharper, the better. And you can just fiddle with it as long as you want to. But when you got gifts to make, you want to go ahead and put that to the side and keep the production going. Oh, okay, so about this ribbon, y'all, I'm just going to show y'all. You can roll it back up, which is what I do. And then I just add a little piece of tape to it right there to hold it down so it don't unravel on me. And this does work. But sometimes I'll add a zip tie to it to hold it together as well. So let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Okay, so I got my zip tie, and you need one. When you have a big roll like that, you're going to need one that's a little longer. So if you one who use zip ties, when you go to Dollar Tree, make sure you pick up some, different size ones as far as in lengthwise. Okay, so that's where the tape ends right there. Take the zip tie, put it through the hole, and pull it through, locking it down across the top of the ribbon. And right here, I like to pull it kind of tight. And the tighter, the more to hold it, but it will hold it though. And see, now you have a little concoction, I guess, on how to hold your ribbon together. Cut that off. And there we go. Alright, y'all. So I'm just going to grab this gift and grab this bow and go ahead and put it on there. And it's going to be done. It's going to be another one for the books. I'm going to show y'all that. And then your girl is going to be out of here. Alright, y'all. So there go the gift. Still sitting up looking nice and pretty. There go the bow. And just that quick, y'all, it got smashed. So that's what I'm telling y'all. I mean, wire ribbon will hold its shape, but you're going to still have to give it some TLC. Yep, so I just fluffed it out a little bit and I put it up there. And now I'm just doing a little twist with the Lord, I can't think, with the Chanel stem. All right, y'all. So that's it. That's all. I'm ready to call this one done and turn the lights out. All right, y'all. Well, I hope y'all liked the video. If you like this video, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. And I will do my best to get it done. All right, y'all. And if anybody make this, let me know. I would love to see how it turned out. Let me know if it was easy for you to make while following this tutorial, or did you run into some stumbling blocks? Because I do make these videos to try to help. So that would be good feedback for me to know that I'm doing good and to keep the videos like this rolling. So there we go. I just ducktailed that one. And that's it. That's all, y'all. All it needs now is a price tag. And on the table it goes for Father's Day. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. And until the next video, bye.